Good morning, everybody. A little free time this morning, so I am going to do a full read for Love in Separation. Just a few commercials before we get started. If you are watching this, I will be doing a live group healing with the angelic co-host Spiritual Susan on around the 8th of August, which would be Lionsgate Portal. Most likely it will be that weekend, either the Saturday or the Sunday following Lionsgate, where we're going to do an hour plus of light language, Reiki, and some card reads for each individual that joins the group healing. It will be donation based, and it will be minimum donation of $20, the suggested donation of $50. And with that, let's see what the current energies are within the collective. If you are interested in that group healing, please contact myself or Spiritual Susan through our emails that are in the description. So what is the current energies for the love, interest, and separation, Spirit? And Spirit saying today it's friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. And what Spirit's telling you is that you can't have a love life, a true commitment with just lust, right? It has to be more than physical. It has to be a spiritual and an emotional connection. And how that happens, and that's through friendship, right? And so that's our first message. That's the energies that are coming through today. So let's see what other messages in love we have for that connection in separation. Let's see what type of read we're working with. Okay, right away, one fell to the ground. Surprise, right? You may be about to be surprised, and that's a beautiful thing. Tested. You're also being tested before you get your surprise. And the power of love is like a magnet drawing souls together, right? With that friendship. So let's see if we have any more love energies that want to present themselves. And we have two more cards that are coming out. And so let's see what they're giving us. So we have attraction, divine soul counterpart. Attraction transcends superficiality, and that's why we can't just have friendship. We need to have friendship in there. It can't just be lust. It can't be just the physical. Okay, think of a special moment that brought you much joy with your partner, right? And we're getting more and more confirmation. So let's see what other love energies want to present themselves with this connection in separation today. Spirit, what else do you want to tell us about this love in separation, this collective that we're channeling today? And for those of you who are new to the channel, I channel the entire collective, so some stories may resonate with you, may not. The more you interact, the more your energies come into the reading, in which case I can get more information about your particular timeline. There are always certain messages for specific people in there. If you don't see a message in there for yourself, that's okay. Come to the next reading. Okay, we have self-love, right? And Spirit's saying that they're testing your self-love. You need to make sure that you're in a place of self-love. And if so, that bonding is going to happen. That's going to help bring that surprise in. So let's see what other energies want to present themselves within this reading. And just don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure notifications on so you can see when we do these readings live every Monday and Thursday at 8 a.m. I do some questions and answers with the lovely angelic Spiritual Susan. So Spirit, what other love energies do you want to show us today? What messages in love for this connection and separation? And it's 8 a.m. New York time, for those who are wondering. So just look up Eastern Time, GMT -5. It's the same thing. Okay, balance. Spirit saying that you need to have some balance. Make sure you're paying attention to the red flags, because guess what? You're being tested, right? So we got to make sure of that. And why are we being tested? Because there's some deception going on. Somebody is wearing a mask. Let's get some more energies from the collective. Collective in separation. Let's see what energies and what deck of cards we want to use. Don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're looking for your own read similar to this, this would be equivalent to a full read, and that runs $40 and comes with a bonus light language healing, and that's for the summer only. And if you're looking for a shorter read, that's a mini read, and that runs $20, and that also comes with a bonus light language. All right, so let's see what other energies want to present themselves today in this connection. Spirit, what else do you want to tell us? What messages of love do you want to give us for this connection we're channeling in separation? Okay, so we've got a few cards here. Let's see what Spirit is trying to tell us. All right. So, unexpected all of a sudden. So that's a double confirmation on the surprise. We got that lightning strike. Regrets and mistakes, right? And so we have to look at those red flags. Time for reflection, divine intervention. So the divine is intervening and it's testing to make sure that you're in that space of self-love, you've gotten out of that deception, you've got your healthy boundaries. And finances, right? And this is something I've seen with a huge amount of divine feminines right now. And remember, divine feminine is an energy. Just because you're a woman doesn't make you a divine feminine. Many men have the divine feminine energy in it. If you're watching this read, you're most likely divine feminine energy, right? Toxicity. Right? And that comes with the deception. So we got to watch, keep it on going on through the cycle of having to be tested. We have enough self-love. Is our finances starting to manifest? All those things need to happen to get to balance, to get to this wonderful surprise. And we got to see what that surprise is. So we're going to dig into that pretty soon. Let's see what other messages that we have for love within this connection that we're channeling. Spirit, can you give me some more love messages with this channel? Okay, so Spirit's saying evolving growth, next phase, healing the inner child, releasing the past, right? And how do you get to that balance? Is by releasing that past, healing your inner child. Go in, be playful, be happy. And again, third confirmation that something is going to come through. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, and epiphany. So we have three shocking surprise epiphanies that are happening. So something big is really coming through the energies right now. And sunglasses, watching, looking, perception, stalking. Your person's keeping an eye on you, whether you know it or not. They're stalking you. They're looking at your social media. Let's see what else is going on here. We're preparing for a surprise. Let's see what that surprise is. And remember, surprises can be good or bad, depending upon where you are in the cycle. Right? Old school, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. And you want to get out of this energy. You don't want to be in the energy of the old, outdated thinking. What you had before, you couldn't have again. And why can't you have it? Because it didn't work. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, right? So you got to get outside of that thinking. It's just not a very good place to be. So let's now start looking at what else do we want to know, Spirit? What else do you want to tell us? Can you give us some information on the surprise? Let's see what information comes out. Information on the surprise. Let's see what information comes up. Okay. Self-worth, value, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation, right? So Spirit's telling you, you got to go in and you got to heal, because that surprise may not be a good surprise if we're not in that place. It's time to cut ties, move on, receive what you need, progress in arriving, right? Which means that you need to evolve and grow. You can't be what you were before. Let's see what other messages want to present themselves within this connection, and then we'll get some direct messages from the Divine Masculine Collective. So Spirit, can you give us some more information around what that surprise is going to be? Is it a good surprise? Is it a bad surprise? What do we have here? So Spirit's showing us, I need more time to think. Your person's still in their head. They're indecisive. I know my inability to make a decision hurts you. How about giving us some information on that surprise, Spirit? Okay, and so let's see what Spirit's giving us. I feel shattered about the situation. Your person feeling shattered. They're regretful. They wish that fight, whatever it caused you to split, never happened. Because they've never felt such intense chemistry and passion before in their life. But they want to tell you the truth. And maybe that's a surprise that we're going to see. I'm going to ask for one more card, Spirit. Can you give me one more card? And maybe just tell us in the direct messages. So Spirit's going to give us 3, right? The runner. I don't want to run anymore, right? So your person is tired of the cycle and wants to change. It doesn't want to run anymore. And they also want to tell you that there were other things that got in the way of us being together. There were third-party energies, whether that's family, whether that's another relationship, whether that's a job, or just friends that said, no, this connection can't be, we don't like it. And so that's one of the things that was holding that person back, because they were in that cycle of karmic third-party energy. And confusion. I feel unclear about where we stand. And perhaps that's why they want to open up. So let's see what direct messages that we get from the Divine Masculine Collective, right, to the Divine Feminine. So Spirit, give us some direct messages, please. What are the direct messages to the Divine Feminine from the Divine Masculine Collective? What do you want to tell us? Okay, very chatty today. So, lust, right? And so that's the physical of the connection. It was intense. It was physical. It goes with that chemistry. We're getting more confirmations. Last look. They can't forget the look on your face. It still haunts them. It's almost if we both knew it was the end, right? And that goes into that regret. Time machine. I regret walking away. I shouldn't have ever let you go. Again, they're in a huge regretful state. You're too good for me, and I feel like I'll never be able to give you what you want, right? And that's what your person was feeling. They felt that, you know, what you required, they weren't able to give you, and so they had to let you go. Doesn't mean they wanted to, but they knew that they could never satisfy what you deserved, right? Self-love, again, our third confirmation of self-love. I didn't believe you when you said that you loved me, right? And so you both are being pushed into that self-love, finding that self-love, that love within yourself. They always expected you to talk again, but that never happened, right? Because they were expecting you to come straight back to them, and you didn't. You chose your boundaries, and by choosing your boundaries, you were able to pull away from them and make them go inwards. Okay, so let's see what else we have within direct messages from the Divine Masculine Collective. Spirit, what are more direct messages? Any more direct messages for this connection that we're channeling, the one in separation? Okay, a few messages here. So, please have patience. It may not seem so, but I'm getting it slowly, but I am, right? So they're figuring it out. They're trying to get into this space of the butterfly, getting out of that runner energy. I don't feel this way with anybody else because they know who you are. I fantasize about how life would be with you. And it's not over between us. I'm thinking about how to have a new beginning with you. And so those are the direct messages, and it seems like your person's still in confusion, still in their head, still replaying this loop, the karmic loop, but they're trying to get out of it, and they know it's not over. They're just trying to figure out how they're going to get their new beginning. So let's see where we are within the twin flame journey. What stage are we at? So let me find our twin flame journey stage cards, and let's see where we are while I'm looking for that deck of cards. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe to the channel. the more you interact with the channel, the more these things will connect to you. These readings will make more sense to you. These are general readings, so things may or may not resonate with you, and that's okay. If you would like a read, just contact me, and I do readings as well as light language healings for a fee. All the information's in the description. So let's take a look now. What stage are we in this connection that we're channeling today? Well, Spirit gave us 3 cards. That's not usual for this deck. And so what we got was 6-6 karmic purge, right? Mirror reflections. So this is that loop we were talking about. If you're seeing a lot of number combinations with 6, this is probably a stage where you're at. You and your person are mirroring, and you're getting rid of all these karmic loops. Okay, 2-2, false twin flame, intense change, right? That could be the surprise, because we've been getting this a lot as well. So if you're seeing 2-2 combinations a lot, you probably are in a false twin flame connection. You believe that person is your twin, however, it may not be, and that's going to be a big shock to your system. It's going to be a sudden shock, because Spirit doesn't want you in that illusion anymore. He wants you out of that loop, and this realization is going to come in. And then we have 5-5. Master Alchemist Violet Flame activation. So if you're seeing this number a lot, what Spirit's saying is that you are purging all this karma, you're getting rid of all the goo, and you're starting to alchemize. And so those are the 3 spaces that we're channeling today. Let's get some advice from our higher self as to, what advice do we need to know within this connection, the one that we are channeling today. So Spirit, what advice does our higher self want to give the divine feminines at this moment in time? Let's see what's going on. This is the advice that's required from this reading for those that resonate. All right, Spirit, you're not talking too much. So let's shuffle the deck. Maybe we're just not getting into the energies. Spirit, what is it that the Divine Feminine Connect Collective needs to know right now? What is the advice that you want to give? Okay, finally came out. So, the card was waiting to come out. You're experiencing a spiritual blossoming. Take a new direction and be open to new experiences. And so what Spirit's saying is that you are being opened. Your spiritual awakening is happening. You're getting more and more downloads, but you're healing. You're in that green energy, that heart-centric energy. And Spirit's saying, take a new direction. Stop with this loop and get over to the good place. So let's get a timing question on this. So Spirit, when will this surprise come in? Be it good or bad, and we're just going to ask whether it's going to be a good surprise or not from the angels in a second. So Spirit, when will this surprise come in, this epiphany, this sudden change? And Spirit's saying June, so it looks like a year from now. Let me see if I can get any more clarification on that, because June just happened. I'm feeling that it should have happened in June. But for some of you, it's not in this lifetime, because it's a false twin flame. And let us get the angels. Angels, what is this surprise going to be? A good surprise or a bad surprise? What is your advice? And the angels are saying helpful people, right? So it seems like whatever that surprise is, make sure that you rely on your friends, your family, and other helpful people to get you through that surprise, whether it be good or bad. And with that, that is the read for today. It's an interesting read. It moved into a few different directions I generally haven't seen, but it looks like there's a lot of people stuck in a karmic loop or the false twin flame narrative. If you've been called to watch this, as perhaps you're in that space, and try to get yourself out of that loop. With that, I thank you. Please like, follow, share, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, please try to make some of my lives on TikTok, Silver Fox Spiritual. Also, Silver Fox 9501 is the ID if you're looking for it on TikTok. I do them all live here, only because it's a better format for me to do live. If you are interested in the group healing, please reach out. The information is in the contact, and that's going to be on the 8th of August or later. Most likely it's going to be that weekend past the 8th of August, and that Saturday or Sunday. And it will be recorded, so if you're not able to make the time, you still will get the benefits of it. And with that, I thank everybody. Have a great day, and come see me on Mondays and Thursdays on TikTok when I do live questions and answers with the Angelic Spiritual Susan.